A small, inexpensive 85 portrait lens perfect for travel. When you're traveling, you don't want to have big, heavy lenses, even though you have full frame. So I'm going to give you my favorite small travel compact size lenses, and they're actually, some of these are my actually all-time favorite lenses. So got my full frame camera. It's a A7R5. It's the one I've been using lately. And here are my lenses. Those of you who've been following me for a while know that my favorite lens of all time for full frame for Sony is the 55 1.8. Look how small that is, and it's so sharp. I've used it for the last decade, and I got some of my best shots with this lens. It's so lightweight. It's so fun to use. It's so responsive. Autofocus is great. It's lightweight. It's really small. It almost looks like an APS-C lens. It's that small. If I only had one lens ever for anything, it would be this lens. This would be my one lens. If I could only have one lens in the whole world, the 55 1.8. Now you need something a little wider, so here's the 35 1.8. I have like CPL lenses, filters on here, so they look a little bigger than they are. So here's the 35 1.8. It's just as small as the 55 1.8. And 1.8 gives you nice blurry backgrounds, even though you think you need a 1.4. 1.8 gives you more than enough. My third lens, normally I use the Zeiss 85 Batis, but I found a new, smaller, more lightweight 85 1.8, and that is the Yongnuo 85 1.8. Look how small that thing is. This is one of the smallest 85 1.8s you could possibly get, and it's really good quality. It is autofocus, and it's no bigger than these other lenses. So this is my third most famous, most favorite. These are all 1.8s, obviously. I'm very happy with 1.8. So we got the 55 to 35 to 85. This is usually my full frame setup. That's it. Not very big for full frame. These lenses are basically APS-C size lenses. I don't know what looks the smallest here, but there's your setup. And we're going to do a photo shoot today with mainly featuring the 85 1.8. It's not even expensive. It's like a couple $100. So this isn't even an expensive lens, but it holds up quality with the other ones. I wouldn't be using it if I didn't think it was any good. Actually, I did that last photo shoot in Palm Springs with this lens. I did pretty much the whole photo shoot with this Yongnuo 85 1.8. So we're going to continue using it today in Sedona. So let's do this with mainly the 85 Yongnuo. Here we go. As always, I start by putting my subject in the shade so I have full control of the lighting. Today she's wearing a lot of black, so I'm going to need lots of extra light. Here's what she looks like without any light. Very dark. Today I'm going to be using three 200 watt second flashes, a Godox 8200 and two Gikoto GT200s, all of which can be triggered by the same Godox flash trigger, which is really cool. For light stands, I'm using my new favorite Anotin stand, which I made a video about. Each leg extends to a different length and angle, which makes it perfect for uneven ground. It goes up to 7 feet, it weighs almost nothing, but it's stronger than those little ultralights that I was using before. And it's only $27. This is a great all-purpose travel stand. I love it. I'm going to stick the AD200 into an SMDV Flip 32 softbox using the adapter made specifically for the AD200. Stick it in, clamp the lever, done. I love it. The Flip 32 has double diffusion though, which cuts the light output in half, so I'll have to keep the softbox pretty close to her face. Filling in the other side of her face will be a Gikoto GT200 with a little white dome, and off to the side will be a second GT200 to create a hard edge light on her side. Okay, here's what it looks like without any flash. And this is with. I really don't need the round head dome on the flash. It doesn't really create soft light like people think, but the GT200 is so powerful I don't need to take it off. Look how good the blacks look on her outfit. These lights are strong enough to show all the detail beautifully. Okay, let's put the little Yongnuo 85 on and see what this wonderful little lens can do. I want you to see the quality of this amazing 85 that only costs $350. Look at that. For portraits, the 85 is really good, or you focus more on the person and not the background. Because it's a longer lens, you get more separation from the background. Look at that nice background blur. Really nice. And this is a 1.8. Foreground's nice and sharp, background's nice and soft. So again, this is what it looks like without any flash. Even these look really good. And this is with a flash. Beautiful magazine portraits. This lens is awesome. Really nice separation. The depth of field is so narrow, you can see the front of her boot is not in focus anymore. So even at 1.8, you're getting a pretty narrow depth of field here, which is great. Nice. Nice. As you can see, the 5800 white balance warms up her skin nicely, which is fitting for the southwestern pictures anyway. And that side light is really giving a nice pop to the face and hair. Really nice stuff. So I'm lighting up her face and hair beautifully with a couple of 200s. Again, this is what it looks like without any flash, and this is with. Wow, look at that. Whoa, that's hot. Yeah, this 85 is awesome. And it's tiny and it's cheap, only 350 bucks. All right, let's move around and have some fun here. I'm going to take off the softbox and just use hard light. That's what I always end up using. I have more freedom that way. I'm going to have her further back. I'm going to throw the light further. I'm going to use my little 4-inch ADS2 reflector with a little diffuser on the front on the AD200. Put her further back so I can do full body standing shots. And look at this. There we go. Wow, nice. This is where I feel more freedom. She can move around, I can move around. You don't have to have the softbox really close. I don't really use a lot of softboxes. Plus the wind, the wind blows over stuff like that all the time. So I like just having little heads on top of light stands. And look how beautifully everything lights up on her. And the blacks are not crushing. You can totally see the detail in the blacks. Really nice. Nice skin tone, nice blacks, nice separation with the soft background. Wow, that's a good one. That hair and outfit looks right out of the band Nelson, doesn't it? I used to look like that. We both had hair that long. Total glam rock, I love it. And yes, that's her real hair. Look how bright these lights are. Even with the white dome on there, pretty bright. And the skin smoothing set to low on the A7R5 gives it just the right amount of softness on the skin, but not losing the detail of her eyes and mouth and hair. All right, let's look in the other direction now with open sky behind her. I'm going to move the lights and the camera, everything on the other side. Whole different vibe, whole different feel. I love it. And it really makes her stand out more too, like the center of attention, which is really nice. Look at that separation. Look how that background is nice and soft and blurry. And look how sharp she is. Really nice. The autofocus works really good with this lens. This thing is so small and lightweight and cheap and good. It's a great travel lens if you're doing portraits. And this is 1.8. This is wide open and it's still pretty sharp. Kara said, mother and children coming up the hill. So I said, oh, gee, okay, whatever. But then I looked and saw what she meant. It was so cool. They were checking us out. Just meandering by while we're taking our pictures. Nature just makes you feel so wonderful when you're right in the middle of it all. Okay, let's sit her down and do some sitting shots. I'm going to put a light behind her to backlight her hair. Oh, wow. This looks awesome. I think these are the best shots of the day right here. Look at that. For portraits, look how out of focus the background is and the foreground, and it really puts the center of attention on the subject. I mean, for portraits, the 85 1.8 is all you need. You don't need a 1.4 or anything like that. This is great. Look at that. Wow. Perfect portrait lens. Wow. All I can say is wow. And just to show you how much light is being put out here, this is without the light, and this is with. So these lights are great. I love these lights. You can see all three right here. No softboxes. And look how great the lighting looks. And what a great little lens the Yongnuo 85 1.8 is. I usually use 35s for stuff like this, and the 55, but I wanted to show you what the 85 does at least, to get an idea. So anyway, great lens. That's it. Small, cheap, lightweight. I'll see you next video. Bye.